Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first stream of We Happy Few. This is set in apparently the 60s after an alternate World War II. And, let's see. Okay, here we go. Yeah. You play eventually as 3 different characters with different skill sets. And I'm not going to play on... I'm not going to even play on normal, actually. Well, yeah, I might as well. I can always change the difficulty later. But, paranoia is very much part of the environment here. But he also has its humor in it. Welcome to Arthur's job.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God.
It is very dangerous to put your hand outside the windows of the train.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! Where did you go? Arthur! Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
Okay. Here is a quick and easy way to finish the game. Take those pills. Game over. Because then he doesn't remember his brother.
Percy! Percy!
Arthur, where are you?
Well, I mean, how many games can you actually finish in less than 60 seconds?
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Oh, nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Aha! The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new one.
I do hope you're planning on finishing by Victory Day.
There is now a...
We don't block the whole past here, Arthur. Just the bad, sad parts. Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card. Fond memories.
Okay. So you're finally loose. Coincidentally, the game, most of the loot is actually random or randomly
The
placed.
canister wonders what life's like outside the tube. Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out. Well, that would break it for everybody.
Oh, look, Mrs. Bing has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birtwhistle, it is so thoughtful of you to suggest how to best rearrange the department. I am always grateful for suggestions from junior staff of how best to do my job as director. However, I am afraid that it would be destabilizing to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you couldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop another joy, and you'll feel the sunshine on your face whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Bing, Director. Take that, Clive, you little shit. Also, some of the terrain. Well, I shouldn't say the terrain. The map stays the same, but the location of some of the side quests is actually procedurally generated.
Well, let's see what Miss Bing thinks of your work now, Clive.
Clive wants his office, so this is revenge.
Right. Not sure about that one.
Probably should have censored that, but oh well. And the thing is, those masks are designed to force your face into a smile.
Whatever happened to you, Prudence?
You'll be back in this building later in the game anyway.
No, leave me alone. I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No. Oh, hi, Arthur.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
Power cells are always useful, though.
Well, Captain James Cook discovered that if he took limes on board, it could cure the sailors. How do you get sailors to drink lime juice? Well, you put it in their rum, don't you? They're not going to give up their rum, are they? Even if it tasted limey. And once they were drinking their daily rum with lime juice, they were liking it.
True. And of course, the party. Another side effect of the joy, it's hallucinogenic. So,
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Come on!
yeah, that wasn't a piñata.
You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Take your joy. Take your joy. Take your joy.
Probably a bad time to ask for that raise.
Take your joy. Take your joy.
You smelled gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget him, there's no time.
Yeah, Dan Bull did a rap based on this game. This is Jimmy,
Christ.
British Bobby,
What are those
beating
boxes
civvies
chasing me?
is his hobby.
There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
Thought I saw that. Cloth scrap and dirty bandage.
Prudence really did run off. And she ran this way.
And here's the letter in what I am almost positive is Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Director Bing, one of your employees is a subversive and may even be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks his job redacting old articles is silly, and what's so scary about the truth? He is very tall and slim, with black hair and brown eyes and glasses. I know I should have asked his name, but I am a naturally shy woman and there it leaves off. A shy woman, are you, Clive? Or just a nasty manipulative schemer? A letter from Mrs. Bing, that's the one to Clive. Well, Arthur, you've done it, haven't you? Not only rather spectacularly quit your job, but you're a downer now. The townsfolk will unleash the hounds, or they would if we hadn't eaten them 20 years ago. The wastrels do not seem terribly friendly. I hope they aren't really cannibals. Oh God, I'm one of them now, aren't I? I've got to get out of Wellington Wells. I've got to get over the bridge and off the islands, which means I've got to get back into the parade district, don't I? Which I was just chased out of. Brilliant. What in dog's name were you thinking? Percy, I saw his picture from just before we put them all on the train. God, all that horrible grinding steel, and the screams. How he must hate me. Why did I tell the Jerrys I was already 13? They were only off by 10 days. Why didn't I keep my mouth shut and get on the train and go off to Germany with him like I promised him? I can't remember. But I promised him. That's got to mean something. I've got to go find Percy wherever he is and make sure he's okay. P.S. How long have we been eating rats? And this is from Prudence Holmes. Was this a mistake? It seemed so clever to disappear first, rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. After enough joy, they'd forget they'd ever known a Prudence Holmes. Beastly Clive would take my office, and they'd forget anyone else was ever in it. But now that I'm here, I wonder, should I have put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his bloody instructions? In the abandoned house, yes. But which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. And how to deal with all these wastrels? My God, they look like something out of Dante. We chased someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I knew we chased them out when joy made them sick, but I didn't know it was here to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they were sent to a sanatorium, a decent hospital, but I suppose that's what I wanted to believe. We are all complicit. We know without knowing and don't want to remember, so we don't. My God, I can't wait to get to the mainland.
I wonder if I'll see her again.
Nothing in the medicine cabinet. Empty pill bottle there. Now you may think that the empty pill bottles seem like useless trash. They're really not, but I'll explain later. glass bottle, cloth scrap, has to do with the game's crafting system.
So at 3, gather in front of the telly for a rousing round of Simon Says. Wait.
4 October 1964 to Mr. Rupert Underhill from Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Dear Rupert, are you quite certain Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he merely forgot. You've got to look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyway, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All the juniors are off at Scargill. The subsidence has been severing all sorts of connections, and the modeling must flow. I really appreciate your sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? But try the string around the finger. I feel certain you'll manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy. He's not off his joy, he's lost the plot completely, and he's hoarding all the carrots, and he growls at me when I try to eat mine. I'm going to try to talk sense to him, then I'm coming back to the village, duty be damned. Okay, it wants me to pull up the crafting menu, and here you are. Now more will be added to this. In some cases there's blueprints, in other cases... in some cases there are blueprints, but oh, right, here we are. This is the crafting. For instance, I can use the cloth scrap. 1 scrap makes 3 dirty bandages. 6 cloth scrap and a sewing kit makes a proper suit. And if you want a lockpick, you just need 2 bobby pins. And a Jimmy bar, a couple of random metal bits.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick. There we go. 3 years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off. What happened to him?
1 electro-lock shocker. Well, Rupert didn't die with anything on him. Empty syringe.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But they hurt the city.
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
Why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other.
Diary of Theodore Minor, September 18th. I look into the lights like the doctors ordered. I could swear I see shapes in there moving around like shadows but made of light. And there's shadows all around, always around the corner. He keeps turning lights off, says he wants to save the bulbs. He's trying to make me think I'm going blind, isn't he? How he loves to feel superior. September 19th. Took 2 joy just so I could stand his ugly face. Why won't it work? Has he swapped them out for something? Paracetamol? Jelly beans? Jesus, we haven't had jelly beans since... Have we ever had jelly beans? September 20. I hate when he talks in that slow, condescending voice like I'm a child. I'm not a child, am I? I don't even know any children. Obviously. Jesus, what is wrong with my joy? September 22. There he is, scritching away in the corner. Scribble, 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 huh, Mr. Gibbon? And then the whoosh of the pneumatic tube. He's blaming it all on me what happened, isn't he? He says it's his missus. I don't believe he's still got a missus. With his big mossy teeth, I bet she went on holiday long ago. Was I married once? How did it end? I get an awful feeling in my stomach. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy remembering. Something is all messed up about the joy, and he won't send me home. We've got to stay here. Duty. September 25. I can hear him crunching in the dark. It isn't rats, it's his big mossy teeth. I lie awake and picture squeezing his throat till he turns the color of my carrots he bloody well stole. He's plotting something. September 28th. Let him try to weasel out of this one. I saw him writing those lies. Reassign me, will he? Off my joy, am I? I'm bloody well tripling up and he knows it. October 6th. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. And of course in the stash I can throw stuff that I'm not going to be using yet. If you move crafting items to the stash, well, power the hatch.
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just yet.
That's how you set up fast travel. You find places like this and you power the hatches, and then you can fast travel from one hatch to the other.
Get happy!
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
And also, you can pass time, sleep until morning in places like that. I suppose you've already started to figure out that yes, there actually is something wrong with the joy. Some people are starting to reject it. They're having to change the formula because some of the chemicals used to make it are running short. And some people, the new batch just isn't compatible with them. And the problem is, once you take a joy and it has this reaction with you, you can't ever take it again. And you end up being announced as a wastrel and you end up getting kicked out of the community.
The bridge. I've got to get to the bridge. In the parade district, which I just got chased out of. Brilliant. Ah, the train station. If I can get to the train station, I can just follow the old rail tunnel all the way to the bridge. Be nice if there was a map, wouldn't it? I suppose back in those days we could remember where things were.
Hold on a second, I'm going to go to the options menu and let's see. There, now we should get subtitles. I'm not sure if it turned them off because it was a new game or what. Well, nothing in the boot, but you can hide in those if you're being chased, if they don't see you go in there anyway. A blue currant. Empty pill bottle.
I hope this doesn't give me food poisoning.
Don't worry, Arthur, I don't intend for you to eat that.
I am coming for you, Percy. I haven't got it all figured out, but I will find you.
Oh, a loose screw, a disposable safecracker, and 6 more darts. Now, you might be wondering why I picked up a rotten apple. Well, that's one of the, that goes for one of the formulas for darts later. I can't remember what kind of darts, but, Rose of Gilead.
A Rose of Gilead? Percy told me about these. They're good for wounds and things. Maybe I can make some sort of ointment to put on my wounds. Otherwise I'll never feel better. It works. I feel loads better. Percy was never wrong about a thing like that.
Nenny's Tea Party. Do come in your finery. Remember your manners.
Berries? They grow all over the Garden District, don't they? I guess I can eat these till I run across a pub.
No, I don't suppose I'll do it again for months and months and months. I sang the wise old owl, and he left the room at once. So I don't suppose I'll do it again for months and months and months.
A lovely rotten potato. Oh, God. It smells awful in here.
Told me that I had a splendid voice. In fact, I sing in opera.
Charcoal, big splinter. Remember what we did.
Come down and sing for me, and I'll see how good you are, and I don't suppose...
Diary of Reginald Snell. Monday. I'm not a downer. There's no excuse for those people. I'd take Joy happily if only I could. Oh God, I wish I could without puking my guts up. How could Joy work for years and then cruelly stop? I miss the butterflies and rainbows. Must think of the butterflies and rainbows, not the horrors that push into my head. Tuesday. I miss Hamlin Village. I strain my ears for the sound of Simon Says across the water. Growing up, I couldn't wait to get out and see the world. Now all I want is a cup of tea and to stop feeling. Thursday, I think. Slept all day yesterday, or maybe 2 days. The gray blurs into itself. Friday. The flowers in the Garden District mock me, bursting with color in this place of misery. Why do they cast us out of the village? What's it to them if we can't take joy? It should make them all the happier knowing they can. Saturday. Oh God, I remember what we did. Hey, found a Jimmy bar, so at least I don't have to make one yet. The Au Courant. To the editor, enough with the bleeding heart editorials. The agitators that were hanged had it coming. If they had destroyed the Register of Children, the whole town would have been destroyed. Stick to reporting the football scores and save the editorializing. We don't need police looking for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that took care of those outlaw parents. What are the police going to do? Arrest the whole town?
And he left the room at once, so I don't suppose I'll do it again for months and months and months.
And yes, having children is illegal in this town because they don't want to remember what they did.
My mother always told me that I had a splendid voice. In fact, I sing an opera.
Taxi! Thanks to a bit of British ingenuity, the Belpit brothers, who were too ill with measles to take the train last week, will be able to join their playmates after all. General Bing's office dispatched a taxi to drive the youngsters to Bristol, where they arrived just in time to board the German ocean liner taking them to Bremerhaven. It was certainly a challenge to find a working taxi in these times, but we must all go above and beyond. The Au Courant wishes the Belpit boys a bon voyage aboard the St. Louis.
Oh, that's a bit risky. Look what happened to Goldilocks. Well, that's terribly romantic, isn't it? They had each other until the end.
Yeah, but not a one of them is carrying anything. But yeah, they blocked it off so that people wouldn't have an easy route up here, and then hung themselves because they remembered what they did. To the editor, I must vigorously disagree with your recent editorial regarding the vigilante action against the saboteurs. Those selfish parents attempted to destroy the registry of children so that their own would not have to be hostages. Their actions were a slap in the face to every family that has sent a son off to war. We must all do our duty. By long English tradition, cowards are hanged to encourage the others. Surely saboteur cowards deserve no better. Miss Victoria Bing, Apple Home. I think that could have been worded a little better. It makes it sound like you hang the cowards to encourage all the other cowards. Oh, wait. Oh, I've already searched that. Yeah. Sometimes you find things in the boot of these cars, which is why I'm opening them up. Plus, you might need to hide in them in a hurry. So... I'll be coming back to these guys pretty soon, too. The head boys. Big splinter, more charcoal. More rowan berries.
Nice suit.
Thank you. My uncle bought it for me last Christmas.
Anxious to get back home to the village?
Well, I live in the parade.
You won't get past that door. Not without one of them disposable electrical cars that all the bobbies have. And a power cell.
Know where I could mug a bobby?
You're a brave one, aren't you? No. I'll trade you one.
So you want to go back home?
Home to all those bastards who chased me out of my house. When they all catch the plague and die, then I'll go back. There's something I want a whole lot more. Those bastards in that camp over there, with the helmets and the proper weapons. They took something from me. You get them back for me. I'll give you my card.
Sounds quite dangerous, isn't it?
Of course it's bloody dangerous. That's why I'm paying you. Come and find me in that sort of hamlet over there. We'll trade.
All right. Well, what are they?
Me medals. From the war. I won the DSO at Dunkirk and the Victoria Cross at Ramsgate. Those bastards. They thought it was funny that I still had them. Fucking funny they thought it was. No, I'll need a power cell to fire this thing up. Hooligans stole most of those too.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do. Well, off I go to a camp of robbers. Maybe I can defeat them with my rapier-sharp wit.
Another Jimmy bar. Had to craft a new lockpick for this. That's one nice thing that saves a lot of time, is if you need a lockpick and you have the stuff in inventory, it just automatically crafts it and then picks the lock. Oh yay, charcoal.
Heavens alive. It's a bloody fortress.
And of course, if you have the sovereigns, you can buy stuff like jerky. 20 sovereigns. 12 sovereigns for a can of grapefruit juice. I have 25. And again, this is another one of those things. You may be wondering, why would you want to buy a rubber duck? Distraction device. It makes a squeaky sound. Well, that comes down to there only being one way in or out of the city, and they've closed that off. And presumably the government is too busy with its repairs after the war to bother with one little village. Or they think everyone there is already dead because they've cut off contact. But yeah, that is a valid point, Di. Hey, lockpick and a sewing kit. And that is the way into the fortress, by the way. Warning, you were trespassing.
Sally would have loved this. We could never get in here. I guess I have to take that elevator. I hope no one notices.
They will.
Lovely day, Fred.
A lovely day it is. Not many people get this far. It's sort of a test. Someone who gets this far usually puts up a decent fight. In the arena.
I don't suppose there's some way I could be more useful to you alive.
I don't know. Can you juggle?
Well, I can write a lovely poem. I won a prize in school.
Nah. We've already got a bard. First, put your things in that box. It will leave you there to starve.
Yes, you're welcome to all my rotten potatoes.
For the moment of truth, for it is upon you.
Don't worry, you'll get your stuff back later.
That was bloody incredible, wasn't it? This is the best circus we've had in weeks. Our newest gladiator comes direct to you from City Hall, according to his wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome warmly Arthur, King of the Parade!
When you have multiple quests, you can choose which one to focus on by selecting it and using the track and counter button. Head boy rules. For Little George's initiation, he has to 1. Win an arena fight with the tourists. No fair fighting wasteful weaklings. 2. Fresh meat only. Steal food not looted from a dead body. 3. Sneak into the village and steal a bobby hat. Maybe make it the red bobby hat. That's a fight I'd like to see. 4. Clean my leather jacket. 5. Stop being a dull wanker. Oops, I guess Little George might not be head boy material after all.
Let's see if he can keep blood off that lovely suit, especially his. recorder. Here's our two-time winner, Danny Defoe!
Bloody hell! Arthur Hastings? I'm sorry? I don't think I know you. Of course you know me. You got me sacked from the Oak Current. I don't remember that. I don't work there anymore. You thought one of my articles was insufficiently original? Danny Defoe? You've lost a bit of weight. To be fair, you did copy my piece line by line. Who gives a shit, Hastings? A newspaper's supposed to make you feel good. Nobody remembers what they read. I don't want to fight you. The feeling is muted. There's only enough food for the winners, see?
Now lads, choose your weapons. One is quite lethal. The other will just give the other chap some bad dreams. Up to you.
That padded one doesn't look nearly as effective. How badly do I not want to kill good old Danny? And Danny's picked the lethal one. That's cheery.
Hey, some guy, I've got great odds on you. Don't fuck it up. He's gonna come on strong with that lead pipe. You're gonna want to block that. Try shoving him. He'll drop his guard. Try shoving him. He'll drop his guard.
And it looks like Defoe is down for the count.
Sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's spice it up, shall we, eh? How about we let the birds have a chance? If you lost your bet on Defoe, now's your chance to have a double or quits.
Yeah, take it real easy on us. We're helpless girls.
Head off! King of the Moonlight is victorious. Arthur, you are free to go. It's been a real pleasure having you over. Catch you later. Let's all wish him well on his journey.
I've got a sinking feeling. Oh God, this shot. Oh God.
I doubt any of these will have anything interesting, but...
There's some sort of vent. I wonder if I can pry it loose. I'd need a
Of
jimmy
course,
bar.
of course, the game makes sure you have exactly enough pieces of metal down there.
Now that no one is actively trying to kill me, I ought to be on the lookout for a motoline dispenser. That chap at the bridge said I'd need a power cell.
Completing quests throughout Wellington Wells give you skill points. To use your skill point, open the skill tree by pressing tab. When you've earned enough points, you can purchase skills to improve your abilities. Purchase the Sweet Dream skill. And you can see these are the skills that are inherent to Arthur. Odd Man Out, he's defensive and sarcastic. English, he's repressed. Swift, he runs faster than any other character. and unremarkable. He can hide in plain sight, if not in line of sight of angry people. And then right now, these are the only ones that are open to me. These will come available later. In fact, all of them except for the one that I need, which is Sweet Dreams, they're all 3 points. So it makes sure you can only buy this one. Sweet Dreams. Quietly choke people unconscious from behind, smother them unconscious in their beds.
I suppose now that no one, I better figure out how to get rid of him real quiet like. I definitely don't want a crowd.
Oh, look, it's not you, it's me.
Two healing balm. Cloth scrap. More cloth scrap. An empty pill bottle. I don't have my canteen right now because, well... Press C to sneak. While sneaking, your visibility is lowered and you make less noise. You also see the footsteps of nearby enemies, even through walls. Try sneaking past the hooligan in this room. Screw sneaking past him. How about we just choke him out?
Please don't struggle.
Bobby pin, a loose screw, and some darts. Cloth scrap, some glass bottles, yeah. Tea leaves. A war ration. Quick slots fill automatically from your inventory and are displayed in the lower right of the screen. To select the active slot, press 1 for healing items, 2 for food, 3 for food and tools and throwables, 4 for drugs. Press that button again to scroll through the items queued in each quick slot, or use your mouse wheel. Hold F to use or equip item. To cause a distraction, select your gadget's quick slot and tap until you cycle to a bottle. Raise the bottle with F, and press and hold the left mouse button to aim and release to throw it someplace you want them to go investigate.
And it's not your bleeding castle.
No one saw me hide. I bet I could stay here forever. At least until I starved to death.
You're here. I know you're here. You're not the bloody hellboy! I see you! You're a Sleep! Dream!
There we go. Motoline. Pure resublimated dimotoline. The fuel of the future, now.
Thank goodness for those, Thank goodness for me having all those extra weapons, considering they're all broke now.
I can go to that hamlet and give that chap his medals, and he'll give me the card I need to cross the bridge.
Oh. Fun thing. Pick up the dead guy? Apparently that qualifies as hiding the body. Problem is, putting a body in a trash can like that also means you can't hide in it. At least they made sure I had plenty of glass bottles to get through this section, didn't they? And hey, here's my stuff.
That's everything I had when they jumped me. Getting a bit thirsty. I better find something to drink. Where's a pub when you need one? There's a pump on Barrow Holm, isn't there? If I crouch, I bet I can disappear into those bushes.
Enemies won't spot you if you're sneaking in one of the bushes with yellow flowers, unless they bump into you.
This won't take a minute.
Had a lockpick. Duct tape and a disposable safe cracker. Another couple glass bottles. Which does remind me, I had somewhere in all this, let me click on food. I said food. There we go. Turn around, face the other way, thank you.
This won't hurt a bit.
Unfortunately, unlike some games, they can't wake up someone who's unconscious. So that's a plus.
Fine. I've got better things to do than chase your ass across town.
That's good, because I've got nothing better to do than wait for you to turn around so I can sneak up behind you and choke you out. Come on.
You're not my problem, I guess. Not sure how he died. I'm pretty sure those darts didn't do that much damage. Not unless they were like poison darts, which they're not yet. On the plus side, something I probably should do. Go ahead and craft a few lockpicks in advance. And a few healing balms in advance. Yeah, that's the one I was in earlier. Wanted to be sure of that. Oh, hey. Rowan berries. A rock. And you really do want to search these abandoned buildings too, when you can.
It occurs to me that the locals may not be all that welcoming. Oh dear, let's try not to get killed, shall we?
They won't be all that welcoming, to be honest.
Hello? Anyone out there?
What the hell? Are you a tourist? You're dressed like one.
Shit.
Slumming it, are we? Must be nice to have a closet.
Over here! Over here! Do you want to get thrashed? Come in! Come in! God, you're new here, aren't you? From the parade?
Yes. Well, how could you tell?
Yeah. I'll tell you how to survive your next 5 minutes, and in return you'll give me your socks.
That's outrageous.
Your funeral.
Why are they so angry?
Because that suit you're wearing reminds them of all the jolly, proper, decent wellies who drove them out of their homes in the village. And now we're all cold and tired and starving to death.
You better get a nice sharp rock and rip that to shreds.
My uncle gave this to me for Christmas.
Or they'll rip you to shreds.
Shit. I hadn't thought there would be so many.
Yeah, it's like the latest groovy nightclub, isn't it? People get a bad batch of joy, and it like flips a switch, and they can't take joy anymore. So they get chased out of the village. Been a lot of bad batches lately.
So what happens if I rip up my suit? They invite me over for tea and biscuits.
Then they really won't give a damn what you do, so long as you don't take things that don't belong to you. Or go up and punch someone in the nose. Now you can survive the next 5 minutes. Cheerio!
Well, she gave me a rock, and I have the recipe for a torn suit now. Charcoal and scrap, more glass bottles. Yeah, that's getting low dresser, of course, linen and lockpick. An empty pill bottle. Sewing kit and 2 caltrops. Scrounger, that's one of the books that improves my abilities. Gives a small chance to find extra items when looting. Stackable. Brawler. Attack with fists do slightly more damage. Up to 10 are stackable. You have picked up a book. Back in 1964, people read books to learn how to do things better. Yeah, these days they read Kindles. You should read all the books you find in Wellington Wells. An actual first aid kit, some more scotch. Already have enough rocks. Oh hey, a workbench. You need 1 rock and 1 proper suit.
There, I don't think my suit is decent anymore. I could wear it around the garden district, but proper folk will have me pegged for a wastrel.
Okay, and it is
a safe. I suppose if there's something valuable in this house, it ought to be in here.
And another little bit of the backstory here. Lies.
I lied for you today at 4:15.
That's not good, Percy. You're rubbish at lying.
I was a good lie today.
Who did you lie to?
Mrs. Boyle.
Mrs. Boyle came here?
Her face was all red, and her voice was like Mom when she's angry. And I thought that you would ask me why she's angry.
Why was she angry?
I decided that she was angry because you were up in a tree next to Sally Boyle's bedroom window last night at 8:15 p.m.
Oh, bloody hell. What exactly did he say?
I told her that I was in the tree.
Oh, Percy, that's very bad.
No, Arthur, it's brilliant.
Why is it brilliant?
She won't make me be in trouble, because I'm slow.
You didn't have to do that.
She told me not to do it again, so I promised I wouldn't.
Thank you.
I love you, Arthur.
I love you too.
And I'm going to take their scotch too while they're at it.
I got your medals.
Thank you. You don't know what these mean to me. To know that some of us fought. To know that I fought. You're probably too young to remember. We stood tall in those days. In 42, we threw them back into the sea. Then they came back in 43. It weren't the same.
I hate to be a bother, but the card to get across the bridge?
Right. Oh, of course, yeah, sorry. Forgive an old man his memories. Well, good luck.
I've got this key card, and I can power up the gate with the power cell. I guess I'm ready to cross the bridge.
perception
I suppose he's just another rotten downer like us.
Welcome to the bloody garden district.
What a waste of time.
Coincidentally, out here in the Garden District, you can run to your heart's content. But in the city, or when you do go back to the village, don't run. Hi, mind if I take your shovel? I can use it to dig up some of those dig sites.
Sorry to bother.
Mr. Kite's instructions. For friends of Mr. Kite, welcome, dear. I know the house doesn't look like much, but it's safe from doctors and bobbies. No decent person from the village comes here. The wastrel population has swelled. Try to look and behave like they do. They resent that you could take joy if you wanted to, while they can't tolerate it. If they see you in fine clothes or smell that you've had comfort and good food recently, they will become quite agitated. Best to blend in. If they think you're an unfortunate like themselves, they'll leave you quite alone. Unfortunately, hooligan gangs have also realized the Garden District is out of the eye of the law. The head boys have a lair on the island. Do take care. I've prepared a cozy attic warren for my favorite rabbit, but you might have to jump around a bit to get into it.
Getting Away from It All 1964 edition by Mr. William Kite. Some sort of travel guide. No one travels. Which means this is something else. It seems to be a guide to surviving the Garden District. How useful. But who is Mr. Kite?
Win. This isn't Harry. It never was.
Take. Can't we just agree to disagree?
Oh, look, another book. Melee weapons consume slightly less stamina, and that stacks up to 5 times. More mechanical bits.
You're here. Hey! You don't live here!
I've always liked you, actually.
Says the man who just punched him out for no reason other than he wanted to take everything you have. "12 sovereigns, a lockpick, and 2 more darts." And that's blocked on the other side. Okay, you guys can have your house back now. I did at least find that one book, which was kind of useful. Can't go anywhere useful. I wish the abyss would stop looking back at me, huh?
set up custom waypoint since I have a shovel. Sovereigns. And here's my charcoal, a pocket expansion kit, 6 darts, and 3 caltrops. And the nice thing is, go ahead and use the pocket expansion kit. And you see my weight limit up here is currently 100. Well, now it's 102. I forget how many pocket expansion kits you can use, but hey, every little bit extra that you can carry.
I think this might be the one Sally and me tried to blow up. I always wonder what happened to the letters. There was an awful lot of smoke.
Yeah, you can search the post boxes too. Cloth scrap. Oh look, a rock. Well, never underestimate the value of a good rock either. Again, distraction. Should probably clear that custom waypoint.
Maybe I should make some bandages, just in case. A crib. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. When was the last time there was a baby in Wellington Wells? What's on those beds? Oh, God. I'm not the only one remembering the children, am I? Makes sense. They're all off their joy out here. A toy tea set. Funny, Percy never played with toys. He didn't like anything that wasn't really the thing it was supposed to be.
I am sorry to report that the girl's spoon wouldn't eat her porridge, so I sent her to bed without supper. Nanny. And this is another one of those games where you'll see me do a lot of looting. Well, that wasn't what I was intended to do, but it didn't hurt too much. Ah, right here. And she happens to have a canteen.
This ought to be pretty clean, unlike in the village where they spike it with joy.
You can either drink directly from the water pump, or if you have a canteen, you can fill that up.
Bloody hell, I'd forgotten about the revolvers. If I go through without taking my joy, I'm gonna get spanked. I better run like hell when it lets me out. Easier to get around at night. Thanks. Oh dear.
And thankfully it's short-circuited due to probably a lack of maintenance.
One bridge down, and I'm off to the train station.
Can't get into that building.
This is where we hang them, isn't it? They broke into the police station, tried to burn the register so the Germans wouldn't know which kids to take. We didn't want the Germans to be angry, did we? We were so scared, or maybe just so tired, so we hanged them to encourage the others. I wonder if we'd made the Germans take the kids by force instead of bringing them down to the station singing London Bridge, if things would be different now. I hope that's the worst thing I remember. Says the chap heading to the train station. Oh, what lovely memories are waiting for me there. At least I can get on the train tracks there and get the hell out of town. Now I just need to find the train station. I want to be able to see it from a distance.
Of course, the boys are out, and if they see you, they'll attack. Hence the reason for going off cross country after dark. Now later, when you actually have a few weapons where you can actually pick up a few night blooming nonsuches. But when you have a few weapons where you can actually take out the wastrels pretty... I mean, not the wastrels, but the boys pretty quick. Cloth scrap.
Please just lie down. Needs must when the devil drives.
A rusty shovel and a jimmy bar.
Did we say cook us a plate of shite-tasting grub? No. We told you fucking meat and potatoes tasting food, you stupid bitch.
My God, they've kidnapped some poor woman. I could be a real hero and rescue her. Or get myself killed.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. Oh, God. Meat and potatoes.
Well, I do happen to have some rotten potatoes. Stumbled right into one of the side quests.
It's nothing personal. Just relax. Don't question it. It's better this way.
Another flimsy cricket bat. Well, I don't have a multi-tool, so I can't disable the tin can alarm that they've strung up.
Please don't make a fuss.
I will absolutely take that stew, though. Aha. Well, poop. How do I get into the bloody kitchen? Might as well collect the NBN. Sally is so much better at collecting these herbs. But then again, that's what she does. She's essentially a pharmacist. So, like I said, everyone's skill set is a little bit different. You know, Arthur, he's a good gadgeteer because of a misspent youth. Ollie is great with weapons, but not so great with crafting anything but weapons. Because he used to be a soldier.
Never cared much that he didn't fit in. I'm not sure he even knew what fitting in was.
Now what the bloody hell? The lock is... oh. Down the stairs on the inside. Gotcha. Nimble hands. Increases speed of crafting by 5%. Glass bottle, glass bottle. Duct tape, a lockpick, scrap cloth, another flimsy cricket bat, some rubbing alcohol. Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! Come back anytime. I'll make you something fantastic. My savior. Here, I've been cooking. Taste this. What you think? Yummy, isn't it?
I ought to drop by someday when I'm in the neighbourhood. Stew would be nice, even if it is made out of fungus and leaves.
And he sets his place up as a crude restaurant, you know? And Sick Up Tea is now in my list of formulas.
And here we are. Not quite as grand as it used to be. Of course, there hasn't been a train since the germs left.
Still, the tracks go from here all the way to the bridge, and then across the river. And then all over Britain. I wonder... if Prue made it this far. I wonder why Mr. Kite sent her to the Garden District at all. She could have just popped over the bridge from the station at Apple Hole.
I could have gone straight to the mission at the rail station, but this is one of those cases where you're probably better off. More background, Uncle Henry.
When is Uncle Henry coming back?
I don't know.
But we surrendered.
We did. Look, Dad won't talk about it. Maybe they drafted him.
Can they do that?
Who's gonna stop them?
I can't hear you.
The Germans can do whatever they want until someone stops them. The Russians, for example.
So why... So when is he... So when is he coming back?
Oh, I don't know, Percy. I don't know. The Germans, they don't explain things. They just give orders.
Why?
Well, because I don't know why. I'm sort of worried that he might have volunteered.
I don't understand.
It's probably for the best.
I'm honestly not sure if Percy really was just quote-unquote slow, or if he was somewhere on the autism spectrum. He has a few symptoms of both, really.
Odd. Why are there cables coming out of that painting? I think it needs power. Where can I turn on the power?
Enjoy my little puzzle. It's silly, I know, but it keeps the plagueies out. Choose a symbol for each button. Check with the lever. If you get it wrong 3 times, the puzzle resets. Otherwise, it'd be just too ridiculously easy. Gas mask. That'll come in handy. That record starts playing again every time you come in here, by the way. Okay. Gotta turn on the power wherever that is. Oh. And on the other side over there.
take all this with you?
Sure I can. Don't have to, though.
I bet this powers that door.
Oh, really? Fine. Drop one or two things. If you have maximum weight, you can walk, but you can't climb through windows and stuff like that until you drop enough weight. So, probably a good reason for me to... And hey, what do you know? Got it right on the last try. Oh, secure the area first. Blueprint, disposable safecracker. Blueprint, proper shoes. Blueprint, head knocker. Blueprint, pointy stick. I do kind of have to chuckle at the pointy stick, because I'm pretty sure you know how to make those.
Good. I'm ready for my next visit back here.
And of course, there's actually a vending machine here. Sewing kits, jerky, more canteens. Flash, let's run faster. Don't need it. But I don't have enough shredded raincoat to make shoes. I will go on ahead and make myself another proper suit so I have one. Yeah, that's what the Night Blooming Nonsuch is for. The sick-up tea. It makes you thirstier, and it makes you a little bit hungrier, but it helps you with food poisoning. Open the pneumatic stash. Crafting components stored here can be used everywhere. That's the reason why you want to do this. Move all crafting items to the stash. And then, these aren't crafting items yet, but they will be. So... You can't move quest items, but quest items don't weigh anything.
Now, since I have rocks, I can actually... I mean, I have a cricket bat right now, but if I need to, I can make a head knocker. Or a pointy stick. Like a branch, but stabbier and quicker. And it lists everything: damage, effort, and speed. Effort is how much is relating to how much stamina it uses. Speed is how the speed of the attack, and damage, of course, is damage. The difference is pointy stick is lethal. Head knocker, I'm not sure it is. Head knocker, a branch with a rock taped to it. Way better than a branch without a rock. Have to chuckle at that one. Window locked from the inside? No problem. Just use brute force. Disposable safe cracker. All you need now is a safe to crack. Most of those are back in the village, so I'll probably drop those off, or all but one of them off. Oh, wait. Why am I moving this stuff back into my inventory? Okay.
Well, you've made your bed, Arthur, haven't you?
I do need to explore the rest of the district and look for abandoned houses and such.
I think this is the fountain Sally and I put the fish in. We were witty in those days.
Or you were delinquents. That reminds me, clear the custom waypoint.
Save a bit for the next minute.
Now those red ones right there, you can't actually collect them until later. Until you're playing as Sally, actually. The bridge to Raven's home. Bink, morning.
Wakey, wakey, everyone. It's another lovely day in Wellington Wells. Now, in case we have any visitors today, here are a few tips that will help you get along with everyone. And the most important one, of course, is don't forget to take your joy. And drink plenty of water, too. Fortunately, there's joy in the water. And eat plenty of nutritious food. And I'm going to first recommend our local delicacy, seaweed. Of course, be very careful to stay away from downers. Fortunately, most of them live in the garden district, and, well, no decent person goes there. It's full of dangerous maniacs and lunatics. If someone's dressed in rags, tell them to go back where they belong. And obey all official signs. They're for your safety and protection. Make friends with your fellow citizens. Talk to them, visit them. Well, is love a friendly guest. And we Whirly's jewel of our games. It's important to stay young at heart, so use our playground. Well, after all, if you don't, who on earth will? And obey police officers. They're there to protect you. Remember, they're the only ones who are allowed out at night. Wellington Wells is a delightful place. If you just do like everybody else, if you take your joy, you'll have a splendid time. And if you don't, well, one less mouth to feed, eh?
All those broadcasts from Jack, by the way, if you notice they seem to run reruns of those a lot, that's because Jack was one of this is a minor spoiler. Jack was one of the first to go off his joy and become a downer. Of course, you're not going to find him out here, but...
So tired. What do you do when the memories come back? Very tired.
Anyway, the reason for me searching all of these roads and revealing everything is because sometimes it'll reveal one of the side quests. Remember I said those don't always appear in the same location.
Supreme executive power must derive from a mandate from the masses.
Yeah, of course, then you have the times when the masses decide unanimously that they would rather forget. There are pawn shops around the place where you can sell your excess. That's the reason why I'm picking up a bunch of the extra leaves. Not only do I expect to need healing things like healing balm and bandages, but I can also, there are places I can sell off some of my excess. And of course, rowan berries can always be eaten. That's cats for you, Mary, though. I mean, we've already pretty much determined that cats are liquid.
Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell.
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I?
Executive Committee, City Hall, 5 The Parade, Wellington Wells. Dear committee members, it's a lovely day for it. We are ransacking the last of the old Victory Gardens. There might be enough potatoes in the entire garden district to last 2 weeks. Do you plan to starve us all to death? If you have no food to spare, could you at least open the bridge so we can try our luck in the wilderness? I'd rather die by a bandit's hand than starve. It's so much more glamorous. Your former neighbors, Colin Drysdale, Elliot Fitzloyd, and Chris Fox. It's another reason for checking the post boxes, too. Sometimes you find someone's letter in there. I'm like, ooh, more lore. You know me and lore. I love game lore.
The horror.
Nah, just a cloth scrap. Now, the question that I always wondered about is, why are this many people finding to eat? Because if you think about it, you're not going to feed these people on rowan berries. Not this many, anyway.
What are we going to do if there isn't food? Will you shut it? I'm trying not to blow myself up.
Hey, lock up your board bags, I'll piss in your corpses.
We're coming for you, you greedy bastard!
Go eat a banger, you leaky scunner!
You're done hoarding all the bee meat! You're not the bloody... Good night! Fire!
Why are we doing this to each other?
There they are! Get him! Run away and hide!
You thought I was going to stay running away?
Please don't make a fuss.
another flimsy cricket bat. And hell, a regular cricket bat, just taking out 2 guys has already damaged that cricket bat by about 40%. And I need something to drink.
This won't hurt a bit.
Unless I accidentally crush your windpipe. Then it'll hurt.
Let me see.
Vending machine. Rubber ducks, grapefruit juice, more canteens.
Nice to see you.
You know what? Let's get you out of the line of sight, shall we? Hide the dead guy. I still find it funny that's considered hidden.
How do I get down to the tracks?
Oh, hey. I have skill points. 3 points available. I don't have enough for Herbalist. Healing items are 50% more effective with that one. Body Snatcher. Search and carry bodies faster, drop bodies quietly. Smooth Talker. Ear to the ground. I might save up points for that. Iron Fist. Unarmed hits to the head have a chance to stagger the enemy. 15% chance to stagger with unarmed melee hits. Wait for it. Lets you charge weapons. That one might be worth it, actually. Buff, Buffier, Buffiest. I'll make you healthier. Plus, I have to come down this middle track here. Smooth Talker. Tippy Toes to sprint quietly. Oh, you. People to ignore your annoying habits like staring, jumping, crouching, and running. Yeah, I think I'm going to have no choice if I want to follow the stealth path. Go ahead and get that one. Talking to NPCs reduces suspicion for twice as long, but it puts me on paths for the stealth skills that I actually want. Thanks, George.
Look, it's not you, it's me. It's nothing personal.
Okay, now I need something to eat and drink again. Alright. Fortunately, I can arrange that. I think I'll just have some of the stew. Which solves both at once.
Ah, that's how I get down. Right. Now I'll just have to find the tracks and walk on out of Wellington Wells.
Yeah, although I don't think it was how you planned to get out. Dear darling Sebastian, what a brave boy you are. Daddy says you got on the train and climbed out the back into the tunnel, just like we practiced. We were so worried when he saw the train pull away. What if the windows had been locked? It was agony waiting to know you were safe. Daddy says you're cross with him for not coming earlier, but please understand, it's too risky except on days when he can inspect the tracks. Daddy will bring you food every Tuesday. Try to make it last. We don't have ration coupons for you anymore, but that's all right as I need to reduce anyway. Courage, my little soldier. Love, Mummy. P.S. I've asked Daddy to smuggle Aloysius to you. I know you think you're too big to sleep with a teddy bear, but it's good to have a comfort of home, no? Need that switch replacement. My dearest Sebastian, happy birthday. I can hardly believe you're 10 already. Of course, you're such a brave boy that you often seem much older. There's a slice of carrot cake in the box. I know it's not your favorite, but we'll have to make do just a little longer. Next year, I hope we'll have a proper birthday cake and candles for you. This war can't last forever. Your loving Mummy. And, well, if that's a carrot cake, it didn't last too long. Duct tape. More loose screws. Pick the lock. A bottle of scotch. Sebastian, we are worried. Daddy says you weren't in your hidey hole on Tuesday and hadn't eaten your cake. This is no time to be a picky eater. Where did you go? You know it's risky to go out by yourself. Please be a good boy and don't scare us like that. At least leave us a note so we know you're safe. Trying to hide their child from the Germans. And who knows? I don't know if they were successful or not. List of names and dates. Name, birthday, and notes. Anne and Elizabeth Boyle, which might be related to Sally Boyle. Arthur Hastings is on there, and a bunch of others. The combination, by the way, is right there. ADBC. Always do be careful.
so sorry, Percy. I should have got on the train with you, like I promised. The rule was if a kid was a day over 13, what could I do? You could have kept your mouth shut, Arthur, and not told them you were 13. That's what you could have done.
Oh, hey. Don't think there's going to be many coins here, but 7. Every sovereign you can find is more stuff you can buy if you need to. 11. Aha.
I'd go with him.
And you are too old to go to Germany, are you not?
Please, no! He can't take care of himself.
Bloody Bobby. I told him I wanted to board even if I was 10 days too old, but we don't make the rules anymore, Mr. Hastings. I shouldn't have told him they got my birthday wrong. I don't even know why I did. Should have just kept quiet and got on the train.
You never do find Percy, by the way. Thought I'd put that out there.
Bloody hell. There's been some sort of cave-in. So much for walking down the train tracks to the Britannia Bridge. What the fuck do I do now?
Oh, look! It's a little lost lamb. Where's Bo Peep? Eating her curds away, I bet. That's little Miss Muppet, you muppet. Can we pound him now? Yep.
You'll be me. You'll all be me.
Sleep!
We've come to the end of our time! We've come to the end of our time! Who will go with the Gladiators? Who will...
Just lie down!
Oh, don't worry. They're dead. I think they're lying down. Death by cricket bat. Hospitals call that RTTBBB. Rat-a-tat-tat with a baseball bat. It means blunt force trauma. Just one of those little abbreviations that some hospitals use to hide the true cause of death. Oh, hey. Now I have to get back upstairs again. But another 41 coins. I'm hardly going to say no to that. Oh wait, more than 41. $53. $72 more. Let's see, I have a grand total of 189 sovereigns. That's not too shabby, really. Even with as expensive as everything is around here.
Bloody hell. That's Ollie! Ollie!
Come for me, have you?
Ollie! I'm Arthur!
You won't get me! You won't get me, you bastard!
Ollie! No! It's Arthur!
Bloody murdering wastrels!
You gone mental!
I'll save you, Margaret!
I'm your old neighbour, Artie!
Always lying!
Little Artie!
Artie's gone, they took him away!
Ollie, no! They
You're
didn't!
lying! You're a wastrel!
Ollie, it's Arthur!
Well, why didn't you see that before?
He did.
Oh my God, Artie. Little Artie.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Watch your mouth, laddie. What would your mum think? I thought they took you away.
No, they had my birthday wrong.
What?
Sorry?
No, of course not. No, you've got it all wrong. That was Jack turned you in and I what tried to save you.
Right.
I remember now. You came back. From the station. The only one.
You don't think they hurt him? Percy?
The Germans aren't animals, you know. They just wanted to make sure we stay quiet. And we did. Spot of tea?
That's very kind of you. I'm not thirsty.
Yet.
That's right, Margaret. We have to run after water.
I have to find him.
Any idea where he might be after all these years?
Not really. I know I have to get out of Wellington Wells. I thought I could take the train tracks to the bridge.
Aye. The only way to the Britannia Bridge is the train station and the parade. And good luck getting into the parade. You could stay here. Remember when you and Sally used to stay with me? When the... But it's young Artie. Meg, you remember Artie, don't you? No room at the inn for young Artie? No. You're right. You're always right. Sorry. Margaret says it's best if I keep to myself.
Oh. Sorry to bother.
But Margaret thinks we could help each other.
Really? Brilliant.
There's a warehouse in the old German camp. We could burgle it.
The Victory Memorial Camp? Where all those Home Army chaps run around practicing stabbing people with bayonets? What do you want me to do there? Run around yelling, "Here I am, shoot me," while you go in under the wire?
There's a thing I need from their warehouse. If you help me, I'll get you out of Wellington Wells. I just need you to turn off the power in the camp.
And this isn't going to get me killed.
Don't be a great girl's blouse. I'll meet you at the bunker after dark. Don't worry about the sentries on the bridge. I'll make sure they get a good night's sleep. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Shall I just show myself out then? Ollie? I don't actually know the way out, you know.
Don't need
That's
another
Margaret.
Russian.
From school. Margaret, what's her name? She was supposed to go on the train, but then she disappeared and no one would talk about it.
Margaret What's-Her-Name, huh? Oh, pleased to meet you, Miss What's-Her-Name. Seriously, if I didn't know If I didn't know the effects that Joy had on the memory, I would probably say something really snarky about how he can't even remember her name. Oh, that's right. All that climbing for a roll of duct tape? Well, never underestimate the power of a good roll of duct tape, I suppose. Oh. I thought that was an elevator, damn. Well, first things first. Stop at the shelter, drop off these supplies that I've been picking up. Some of them anyway. Damn it. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's go meet, let's go cross the Inkerman Bridge. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Strange how fast all the food's going off.
Strange how everyone looks the same. Like we're all just pawns on a chessboard.
Strange how everyone looks the same. Yeah, well, limited memory assets?
Stop the movie. Oh God, please.
Save ammunition. Bayonet trespassers if you can. And that's the reason why I left all the bottles behind. I knew there'd be more.
Now, you two bloody listen to me, alright? One fine day, the seaboys come running into the regimental HQ, saying there's an elephant broke loose. Now, elephants is very gentle creatures most of the time, and they get along just fine with their man who rides them. He's called a mahout. But when they're in heat, you have to chain them up. And this one, they got loose. And his mahout went chasing off in exactly the wrong direction. And the elephant runs into the market and starts eating peaches. And the coolie tries to stop him. And the elephant steps on him something on, mashes him right into the mud, and skin comes off his back like he was peeling a grape. So the seaboys come running up to this general. Only then, he was a major, and say, "You must come shoot this elephant." So, he gets his hunting rifle, and he goes down to the market. Only now, the elephant isn't in the market anymore. It's in a field eating leaves. As calm as never been. So, there's no cause to shoot anymore. But now the moon's come back and he's screaming and jabbering about, "Oh, please don't shoot my elephant." You see, he's grown up with that elephant, you see. And he don't know how to do any other job except sit on that elephant and tell it to pick up a log and carry it over there. But the elephant... No fucking civilians! I have to kill you now.
Christ. I better not let anyone see me out of uniform.
Don't you just love how he continues to tell that story to two guys that are just like utterly passed out cold, and he doesn't realize they've passed out? Bunker, this way. Thanks for the guidance. More background up a tree.
Arthur! Arthur? You get down from that tree before I chop it down.
Do you know why they're registering us?
The Germans love their lists, that's all.
They're taking us away on a train to Germany. You know about it, don't you?
Who told you that? It's ridiculous.
Oh, you all know about it, just not the kids.
Look, they've got cows there. It's not going to be powdered milk. They might even have chocolate.
Oh, chocolate makes it all better.
They've got tanks, Arthur. Or haven't you noticed? How are we supposed to argue with tanks?
I don't want to go to Germany.
It's only for a little while, I think.
I don't want to be a hostage.
Calm down. Let's have some tea.
Oh, right. I'll come down. I think I might be stuck, actually.
Actually, I do have to pause to tell you a joke, because that whole thing about chopping down the tree, it does remind me of a joke I've heard. This kid gets paddled by his father for pushing over the outhouse. But Dad, George Washington didn't get in trouble when he chopped down the cherry tree. And his father said, "That's true, but George Washington's father wasn't in the cherry tree, was he?" Oh, and I do have some new formulas in my workbench. I now have, well, I now have darts, a rubbish weapon unless you coat it with something fun. Inflicts minor damage as is, but it can be used to craft various drug darts. Let's all go get killed. Ollie says the only way onto the bridge is from the Appleholm station in the Parade District, which means I've got to get to Appleholm first, which means I've got to get to Maidenholm. Did I mention Ollie's a loony now? Keeps talking to some girl who isn't there, and he's got a sort of shrine to her. Margaret, that's who he talks to. Sally and Percy and I went to a school with Margaret what's-her-name, didn't we? And she didn't get on the train, did she? Something terrible happened and no one would talk about it. Ollie is very cheery about us going to rob the Victory Memorial Camp, or rather him robbing it while his old army mates chase me around. Sounds like a lovely way to get bayoneted. I doubt very much anyone's cleaned up the barbed wire. Oh, and the tanks. Let us not forget the tanks. On the other hand, he's promised to help me get to the Britannia Bridge, so I might have to take him up on his offer. Can I trust him? Of course not. Did I mention he's a loony? On the other hand, what else have I got?
Do you ever wonder why the Germans didn't take their tanks with them when they left?
I've made a map. There's a hole in the fence, inside the dump. You just have to get in here, get the key, and cut the power. Then, sneak out into the darkness while I rob them blind. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
How do I cut the power?
The General keeps the keys in his desk.
You want me to break into the General's office?
Any way you can scotch the power is fine by me, lad. I'll meet you back at the train station.
What if they spot me?
I'd run. They don't have a lot of ammunition, but they're terribly handy with their bayonets.
That's your plan B? Run?
Well, you could ask them for some of their famous hot buttered crumpets, but I wouldn't recommend it. They can't run very fast. They're all old farts, like me.
Right, Ollie, let's see that map you made. Ollie's sleeping potion for those chaps on the bridge.
Look at all those tanks. Sally and I used to go and stare at them, wonder if they were fun to drive. She wanted to be a rocket ship pilot, but I think a tank would have made her reasonably happy. The grown-ups tried very hard never to be somewhere they could see the tanks or the military camp, and it being out in the rubble, that wasn't too hard for them. I wonder why the germs left them behind. I mean, once they had the kids, didn't they need the tanks because the Soviets were smashing them to pieces in the East? There's a very real chance I shall go and get myself killed. It's an odd sensation. On the one hand, I'm absolutely terrified. On the other hand, I haven't had an adventure since Sally ran off. I used to think I'd run into her. How have I never run into her? It's been 14 years. I want her to explain to me how she could ever have done that. And I don't want to. I want to forget the whole horrible sordid thing and be the Two Musketeers again. I used to have a whole speech memorized. Or maybe she's already got a new musketeer. A girl like Sally makes new friends so easily. The lads across the street would literally stop talking and watch her go by. She always got a kick out of that. This is not what I signed up for when I went off Joy. All I wanted to do was get out. I mean, to find Percy. Can't I bloody pick and choose what memories I get back? Well, if I get bayoneted to death, problem solved, so there's that. Ollie's moonshine recipe. 2 bags of sugar, fire, water, etc. Oh, that's real helpful. Also, 8 skill points available. So, now I can sprint quietly. Tough question. I only have enough points for Body Snatcher, which at least lets me drop bodies quietly. Iron Fist, wait for it, which might be useful. I can charge my weapon attacks that way. Or I could get buff and make them 50% healthier. Let's get charging weapons.
Ollie said there was a hole in the fence in the dump. That sounds much safer than walking in by the front gate.
Yeah, it does, and that's not Ollie. So, with that in mind... Oh! Take the bread. Leave the rifle. The air raid shelter, will be coming back to that later in the game. Or coming back as another character. Can't remember which. Well, technically it's the same thing. Later in the game means not Arthur.
The Merry Band players will be performing their brilliant play, Happy Hamlet, at 8 p.m. in the mess hall. All are invited. Don't worry, in Happy Hamlet, everyone comes.
One day we'll look back on all this and fart.
This won't take a minute.
The Guide to Fitting In. Reduces all suspicion rates by a small amount. Now I have 3 canteens full of water. Increase water flow. Oh, there we go. Find 5 histoplasma mushrooms. Oh, that's gonna be good. Let's look at my list of quests here. Not really. I mean, raise the heat, add sugar, increase the water flow, and add mushrooms. Not a very hard formula to follow. The one thing I didn't do was I didn't go find the mushrooms first, which you got to go into the bog to do. 1 histoplasma mushroom. 2 histoplasma mushrooms. 3 histoplasma mushrooms. Come on, I know there's some more in here. Oh, there we go. 4, 5, 6, because why not? And now, back to the mash barrel. And that also, and you want to complete as many quests as you can. Something you may not have noticed is that your skill points, you don't have experience points and you don't have levels. What you do have, if you come over here to the quests, like Band of Brothers, if I complete Band of Brothers, reward 5 skill points. Or the one I just completed, which was In the Still of the Night, reward 3 skill points. That's how you get your points for improving your skills. Not through combat, not through gaining experience, just through completing as many quests as you can. Now I have to find the dump. Which I may be going entirely the wrong way. But the whole island is a big circle anyway.
Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
Sorry to bother.
take the bread. I'll pass on the moldy bread, though.
Attention all personnel, it is time to paint the tacks again. If your feet are sore from marching all day, take a break and join the painters next Monday. Any volunteers will be excused from marching.
It wouldn't let me pick this lock earlier because I hadn't advanced far enough in the plot line. Dump at your own risk if you must, but we do not like it. It's the dump. No dumping? Oh, Haggler. Gives a small chance of a discount when buying items.
It's supposed to. Oh, tell it to the Marines. So the sergeant says, I didn't see you at camouflage training. So I says, thanks. I'm ready.
Who's on
Who
guard
goes
duty?
there?
There's a mole in the hole.
Who's there? What's that? Who goes there? What's that? Who's there?
Would you please leave your damn post?
What's that? Who goes there?
It's better this way. Please don't struggle. right. Here goes. Papier-mâché. We took all the kids to the train station. We sent them off to Germany because of papier-mâché.
Papier-mâché and plywood tanks. Christ, we never rose up because of fake tanks. We gave them the kids because of fake tanks. And for those of you that didn't read my spoiler on my channel a couple of weeks back, now you know. The Germans used these fake tanks to get Wellington Wells to give them all the children under the age of 13 to use as hostages. And then the Germans lost anyway, and the joy is so they can forget that they were tricked. That's the very bad thing that they're trying not to remember.
Attention all
Please just lie
personnel.
down.
The cook has lost his wedding ring. If you find it in your food, please return it to the kitchen. Thank you.
Just relax. Don't question it.
Got infiltrator! We got a live one, boys! Hit the dirt!
Ow.
Attention all personnel.
We beat you once, we'll beat you again!
No, you really won't. He hit me with a banger. That's what did all that damage. Damn near killed me.
Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
On the plus side, the joy does give them, the game designers I mean, a convenient excuse for these people to forget that they were chasing an intruder and just go on about their normal rounds.
Attention all personnel, if anyone finds Private Elston's trumpet, please return it at once. He's not the man who wakes you up in the morning.
Just pretend
he is
it is
a
me.
musician in the band. Attention all personnel. It is time to paint the tacks again. If your feet are sore from marching all day, take a break and join the painters next Monday. Any volunteers will be excused from marching.
Day for it, sir. Day, sir. Very good, sir.
Sorry to bother.
Attention all personnel. If you find any plague mushrooms inside the camp, please notify Corporal Ramsbottom so they can be eradicated safely.
Coincidentally, you will see the
All personnel. Tonight's movie will be King Arthur was a Gentleman, starring the hilarious Ronald Shiner and Arthur Askey. Don't miss this uproarious comedy.
You will see the game sometimes refer to something as quote-unquote coffee beans. What that means is it's chicory, which has a coffee-like flavor at least, but it's not coffee.
Attention all personnel. Please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
Just relax. Don't question it.
Attention all personnel. Some of the latrines are in the process of being moved from the old holes to brand new holes. If you see a latrine somewhere you're not used to, please make sure it is actually over a hole, for reasons I shouldn't have to explain.
Clean plate award. Food increases your maximum stamina for longer. Poem. The rebels. In Flanders Field the poppies wilt. They've heard about poor England's guilt. Our captain said it wouldn't do to fire on his men so true. Their duty bound them to rebel, but now we're all bound straight for hell. The Germans had the guilty men. At first we would not turn on them. Then ready you to meet your God, for none live but the firing squad. The Germans called for volunteers, and so we gave in to our fears. And longing for our homes and wives, we shot the rebels to survive. The Germans said 'twas for the best, for dealing with this sad unrest, they pinned bronze eagles to their chests. Well, it's not the most horrible rhyme I've heard.
Oh, I can't go, Percy. I feel terrible. I keep wanting to throw up, but I never quite can.
But we're supposed to tell We're supposed to tell the scouts about the plants across the river.
Actually, you're supposed to tell the scouts while I nod sagely.
I can't hear you.
You're not sick, Percy. Just go and tell the scouts about the plants.
I can't talk to them.
Do you think they're going to be nasty to you without me?
No.
Well, I'm vomiting.
I want to make my brother some tea.
Are you going to just not show up? Alright, look. I'll phone them. Just remember to turn the flame off this time. Alright?
Attention all personnel. It is time to paint the tacks again. If your feet are sore from marching all day, take a break and join the painters next Monday. Any volunteers will be excused from marching.
Back. Sorry, I had to take a little break. Oh. Had to take a little break while that cinematic was running. Whoop.
Oh, please don't struggle.
Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water.
That was almost too
There have been
close.
some issues with
He
the
nearly
pipes.
walked right into
You
me.
may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
This won't take a minute.
See if I do.
Jerry's in the house. Smoke him out.
But don't throw
Attention
bangers
all
at him.
personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down. Attention all personnel. Patrols should be particularly careful in the forest. More than the usual number of plague victims have been spotted there recently.
Look, it's not you, it's me.
Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
Thankfully, I have no shortage of food now. Oh, why not? Let's have a yam.
Attention all personnel. Any soldier interested in planning next year's Victory Garden should talk to Corporal Elstree at Mess.
It's better this way.
Attention all personnel. The intruder should be captured alive if possible. It is not necessary to capture him unharmed.
Well, if you can find me.
We'll clean it again.
Please just lie down.
Infiltrator!
This won't hurt a bit.
Attention all personnel. Some of the latrines are in the process of being moved from the old holes to brand new holes. If you see a latrine somewhere you're not used to, please make sure it is actually over a hole, for reasons I shouldn't have to explain.
Iron Lung. Decreases damage from toxic night fog by a small amount. Stackable up to 10 times. I know.
Jerry's in the house! Smoke!
Go back to Germany, you swine! It started! It's finally started!
Attention all personnel.
They're here!
Thank you.
Some of
I'm
the
trying
latrines
to
are in
use
the
it.
process of being moved from the old holes to brand new holes. If you see a latrine somewhere you're not used to, please make sure it is actually over a hole, for reasons I shouldn't have to explain.
For England! They're here! They're back! Back for more punishment!
God damn it!
Come back for another beating!
Oh, for God's sake. I don't need to use it.
Attention all personnel. The Merry Band players are looking for a replacement for the role of Kate in The Taming of the Shrew. If you are theatrically inclined, please talk to Sergeant Oldcastle when he's not on the bridge.
And he goes right back to sleep. Not to mention teleports right to bed. Now then, as I was saying, I know who I am. Sources of joy accumulate slightly slower in your system. Later in the game, you will occasionally have to take joy to hide.
Attention all personnel. Any soldier interested in planning next year's Victory Garden should talk to Corporal Elstree at Mess.
See, that's what I'm talking about. About people magically not sitting on chairs.
You'll see.
It's nothing personal.
And what shirt would that be, Mary?
Attention all personnel. To allow time to repair the mannequin, bayonet practice has been rescheduled for 0900 hours tomorrow morning.
Please don't make a fuss.
Nice to have a way to take people out of commission without killing them.
Yeah, like bangers and shot grenades.
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movies will be
And bigger
Hellcat
bangers.
Landscape. This stirring war movie shows one of Britain's finest victories. Don't miss it.
Bang on. Increases damage by explosive weapons by a moderate amount. Stacks up to 10 times. Another bigger banger. Another shot grenade. Another bigger banger. Black powder, black powder, black powder, black powder, black powder. Another bigger banger, another bigger banger, another bigger banger. And a pill bottle and a bobby pin. We'll take the bobby pin. So much for the armory.
Attention all personnel. The movie tonight will be Bulldog Sees It Through. This brilliant mystery story stars Jack Buchanan, Greta Gint, with Ronald China as Pub.
Okay, that's the generator building. That's the depot. I need to break into Bing's office. If the Bing name sounds familiar, that's because Victoria Bing is the daughter of the general and your former boss.
Are looking for a replacement for the role of Kate in The Taming of the Shrew. If you are theatrically inclined, please talk to Sergeant Oldcastle when he's not on the bridge.
Day, sir. Very good, sir. Righto, sir.
Ollie said the key was in General Bing's office.
Guide to fitting in. 2 out of 5.
Please return it to the kitchen. Thank you.
Empty pill bottle.
There's something behind this bookcase, isn't there? I feel positive there's something that could open this.
Note, chord, note. What a jolly tune. Maybe I should...
Piano music, eh? Maybe I should have a read and play it.
The movie tonight will be Bulldog Sees It Through.
Well, I like clever clogs. A hatch. If it leads underground like the others, I can use it to get out of here once I'm done.
Oh, Survivor. Healing items give somewhat more health. Stacks up to twice. Nothing in the desk, but that's okay. No, I do not wish to trigger the damn alarm. Thank you.
Attention all personnel.
Well, clean it again.
His wedding ring. If you find
It's
it
nothing
in your
personal.
room, please return it to the kitchen. Thank you.
It's not you. It's me.
Should be captured alive if possible. It is not necessary to capture him unharmed.
One of the spotlights spotted me, but I'm concealed, so the siren should go out soon enough. Thank you.
If I have to polish my boots one more time...
It's better this way.
Guard duty again.
I'm not sure that actually was V-meat. You know what I mean?
Hey, sir.
Attention all personnel. Some of the latrines are in the process of being moved from
Have I shown you the
old
picture
home
of...
to brand new home.
I have.
If you see a latrine
Infiltrator!
somewhere you're not
We got a
used to,
live one, boys!
please make sure it's actually over a home.
Oh, come on.
For reasons I shouldn't have to. Attention all personnel. The intruder should be captured alive if possible. It is not necessary to capture him unharmed.
The more of these guys I knock out, the easier it'll be for me to get from the power shed back to that tunnel entrance in General Bing's office. So I was trying to take out those two, but he turned around at the last second.
Camouflage training, so I says, thanks.
Who are you talking to? The fence?
Oh, just relax. Don't question it.
Attention all personnel. To allow time to repair the mannequins, bayonet practice has been rescheduled for 0900 hours tomorrow morning.
Just pretend it is beef.
Okay, they're gonna turn around. Yep, knew it.
Please just lie down.
Attention all personnel. The movie tonight, Bulldog Sees It Through. This brilliant mystery story stars Jack Buchanan, Greta Gint, with Ronald China as Pug.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'll take the slice of pie.
This won't hurt a bit.
Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
How's not to question why?
Oh, please don't make a fuss.
Look who's come ashore! That's...
Attention all personnel. Patrols should be particularly careful in the forest. More than the usual number of plague victims have been spotted there recently.
There! I got a German!
Is it now?
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movie will be King Arthur Was a Gentleman, starring the hilarious Ronald China and Arthur Askey. Don't miss this up.
And he runs back to check on his friend. Bloody hell, we've lost a man. And he does that every time. Well, what a coincidence, we've lost another
This
one.
won't take a minute.
Just pretend it is beef.
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movie will be King Arthur Was a Gentleman, starring the hilarious Ronald China and Arthur Askey. Don't
Now's the time. Who's on guard duty? There's a mole in the hole.
Come find the mole in the hole then. Make sure I don't get caught by one of those two spotlights.
Salute it.
More bread. And then over here to the generator room, which we can now unlock since we have the key. Don't know why there'd be a payphone here, but hey, 4 free sovereigns.
Attention all personnel. Patrols should be particularly careful in the fight.
A short spike, those are useful later. Not here, but they're useful later. Okay, back door is now open too, so I can make a quick getaway. Duct tape, mechanical bits, a bobby pin, a canteen, and a disposable safecracker. Good going. Oh, let's see, what do we have? Well, with chemistry, we can now make black powder. Still have our darts, pointy sticks, and head knockers. Later, we'll be able to make water filters, which we can then use to purify tap water. See, the thing is, when you're in the village, the water is spiked with joy, so you want to filter that out. Rubbing alcohol and some metal bits.
Attention
More
all
rubbing
personnel.
alcohol.
Tonight's movie will be King Arthur Was a Gentleman, starring the hilarious Ronald Shiner and Arthur Askey. Don't miss this uproarious comedy.
Empty pill bottle. Don't need it. A light bulb. That'll be potentially handy. In case you're wondering, the light bulbs are actually one of the ingredients for making a torch, which of course is the British term for a flashlight.
Attention all personnel. Soldiers found drunk on duty will be given 30 days in the prison.
Alright, here goes.
Soldiers found trafficking in contraband will be... Attention!
Oh, for fuck's sake, Ollie. He knew it was alarmed, didn't he? I bet he bloody knew.
Recognise a soldier.
How do we get? I'm not going to be able to jump over the fence from this side.
If you run...
I've got to get to the general secret hatch. That's my way out.
That's why I spent so much time getting those guys... Oh, right. I came in from the side last time. But that's the reason why I spent so much time getting those guys out of the way, so that I could make this trip back and not have to worry about fighting any of them.
Papier-mâché tanks. Newspaper and fucking glue. Right. Now if I can make it back to Ollie alive, he'll help me get out of town. Assuming that wasn't another lie. That won't be an awkward conversation at all, will it?
if I'm not mistaken, there's actually a summary guide. Yeah, that is true, Di. That is a nice, in my opinion, even though it technically isn't, that ought to qualify as a quality of life thing. Not to mention, not really having to craft the lockpicks either. If you have the ingredients, it'll automatically craft one if you need one. In fact, you saw that pop up several times when I was going through all those desks in the generator room. Craft lockpick and lockpick the desk type stuff. So, I like the lockpicking system, I suppose you could say.
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movies will be held.
It may not be the best lockpicking system, but it's far, far from the
One
worst.
of Britain's finest victories. Don't miss it.
They're all passed out. That's jammed, so I can't get in anyway.
Made them take them. At least we could have not done it for them. Stop the movie. Oh, God.
Yeah, just a cloth scrap.
Vanilla. You know it doesn't work.
Oh, and there's different flavors of joy. Arthur's favorite was the strawberry, until it stopped working for him, or until he stopped taking it.
I could probably come in the way I got out, in the back of the station.
Stay away from bees, by the way, until you learn how to make a bee suit. Which still doesn't completely protect you from the stings, but it lets you get their honey.
Young Artie! Come on up!
Oh, up there? Okay. Still. Might as well check around for books or anything. And let me see. Whew, gonna have to stop somewhere and drop some of this stuff off.
That's a fair bit of Christmas there, isn't it?
Did you know the power switch was alarmed?
They're all quite mad, you know. Sometimes I think they want the Germans to come back.
Did you know the power switch was alarmed?
It's a shame of it, you see. They want another go.
You bloody knew!
How would I have known that? For fuck's sake, Artie, times are hard, but you and I go back a ways.
The tanks were hollow, Ollie.
What's that?
It's tank armor. The tanks, they're made of papier-mâché. We could have fought them if they didn't really have tanks.
No.
We wouldn't have given them Percy and the others.
Risen up.
I wouldn't have had to lie my way off that train. Oh my God. I lied my way off that train. I wasn't too old to go.
You don't forget a thing like that.
Didn't you hear me? I convinced the Germans they had my birthday wrong. If it was only me, I'd just take my happy pills and sleep through the end of the world. But I promised. I promised Percy I'd keep him safe while we were in Germany. You promised to help me get to the bridge.
The one in the parade on Appleholme? How would you even get to it? You can't even go to Maidenholm. They shut that bridge down last week. No. You're right. You're always right. Ever seen one of these?
What does it do?
Haven't the foggiest. But supposing you took this to the bridge to Maidenholm, and supposing you told the bobbies you were there to fix the bridge works, it might enhance your credibility.
And from Maidenholm, I can get to Appleholme.
And Appleholme has the only bridge out of Wellington Wells. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Well then, see you on the other side.
I'd rather doubt that. Adieu, Artie. Good luck.
See? Okay, there we go. It seems I lied. Ollie says he didn't know the tanks were fake, but how could he not? Who else knew, aside from those ridiculous home army lads in their antique battle dress? We could have fought the germs if the tanks were fake. Alright, it would have been pointless and stupid and they'd have shot us all dead, but it would have felt so much better than doing nothing. Well, I did do something, didn't I? I remembered the truth while I was talking to Ollie. I wasn't too old to get on the train. I lied to the Germans that I was too old, and I convinced them. How do you lie to yourself about your own birthday? Because that way it wasn't your fault. Did that constable really believe my little invention about my birth certificate? Or did he decide it wasn't his duty to smoke out one lying kid? Why didn't I just go? I'm going to drive myself mad. Now I'm just going to find Percy and make things right. That part is true. Absolutely true. Ollie says I can bluff my way past the bobbies at the bridge to Maidenholm. All I need is this crazy device. That sounds quite a bit cleverer than trying to sneak past large trained men with truncheons, or fighting them. And from there, on to Appleholme and the Britannia Bridge. Well, at least I get to stop by. At least I get to stop by over here first and drop my stuff off.
Well, it doesn't kill you.
Makes you tired.
I'm getting old.
that case, don't worry. Immediately excuse yourself and take
You see what I mean about that record just randomly starts playing again for no reason. Move all crafting items to the stash. Also, I don't think I need... Well, I might, but I'm not going to worry about it. There's the strange alcohol. There's 2 torches. Move all that to the stash. Move the shot grenades to the stash for now. Move the bangers to the stash for now. I think I can safely move the frying pan. A mildly effective way of convincing people to lie down. Whereas the lead pipe is only somewhat helpful in convincing people to lie down. Oh, let's see. Move the dart. I can make my own darts now anyway. Move the rocks. Move the caltrops, which I seldom use anyway. But hey, 2 slices of pie, 2 potatoes, 1 stew, 2 chunky stews, 7 bread, 4 raw meat. I'll move that out, because I'm not going to eat that right now. 23 glass bottles. Sick-up tea, which I don't need unless I get food poisoning. Move the carrot. Move the apple. Move the other darts. Move the dirty bandages. Histoplasma is a crafting ingredient, so why I didn't move it to the stash, I don't know. And we can just go ahead and outright drop the rotten onion. For that matter, we can open the food stash. Step over here in the corner and drop off those rotten carrots, rotting meat, and rotting onions over here in the corner. I'm sure that'll smell so great when I'm trying to sleep right over here. But, yeah, not particularly concerned. Had to drop some of that off because I was pretty close to my maximum encumbrance. Also love how that window mysteriously randomly relocks. Oh, I need hydration? Well, shit. I should have brought the tea with me. Whatever. Wait, why did I drop that? Pick it up. In case you're wondering, when you're playing as Arthur or as Sally, or as any of the other characters really, except for Ollie, the honey is useful as a food item. For Ollie
Ollie is diabetic, so so the honey is actually there in case he has a sugar crash. Oh, 8 points available too. Well, I need 8 if I'm going to do that. And by the way, yes, it is possible if you take every side quest you can. It is possible to get.
We had a dog, didn't we? When we were young, before the war. His name was Stripe.
As I was saying, it is possible to max out the skills for the characters. My dearest Jimmy, I naturally so love your person and adore all your other parts, which are more than ever one man had. You are the king of my heart. I will live and die a lover of you. To the constables, try not to be too hard on the missus. It was all a bit of a shock to her. George Villiers, huh? Nothing on him. A loose screw, a disposable safe cracker, and a dig spot. There's at least one of these hatches in every district, by the way, or every island, just to make it easier to travel.
Oh, please don't struggle. It's nothing personal.
Jimmy bar? Nah. A lockpick? Sure. Speaking of picking locks, charcoal, duct tape, and a scrounger book. Gives a small chance to find extra items when looting. 2 out of 5. Brawler and duct tape. Attacks with this do slightly more damage. 2 out of 10. You probably won't find all of them. Blueprint. The help. And the help is a weapon. When you want someone to lie down, but not forever. Cloth scrap, branches, coarse linen, and a sewing kit. Basically a padded mat.
Good. Now I won't need to cross bridges to get here.
Well, on the other side of things, it's probably a good thing that he doesn't have to pee, because none of these places seem to have, very few of them anyway, seem to have a bathroom.
benefit of Mr. Kite, the rabbit got into the garden. The rabbit got into the garden.
Sounds like some sort of secret message.
And again, I love how he's able to do that. And again, the charcoal, again, it's a crafting ingredient. It's for recharging gas masks.
Bloody hell. I'm clapped out. I've got to find a bed.
Alright. We can do that. Thankfully, he does eventually get tired, and that does affect your stamina. Because, I mean, look at how much faster it drains when you're short on sleep. Fortunately, I was just right here.
Sleep, the poor man's dinner.
Liebe Marta, I must write you, even if I no longer know if you are alive, or even if I am. We live in a world of absurdity, and the most absurd is that we are apart. I wish I had not been a coward and joined you on the last train. It seems I am one coward after another. I don't even know what you loved in me. I wish to God we'll meet in the afterlife. Until then, my sweet, my dove, I am ever your love, Reg. P.S. Do you ever see my son? Is he well? Why am I asking? No one can send this letter to Germany.
Before we begin, please listen to a personal message for our prudent friend. The fox is in the henhouse. The fox is in the henhouse.
Who's our prudent friend? Who leaves a chest in the middle of nowhere?
Sir Nunos, Hearn, I pray you, destroy my fear, destroy my sorrow, destroy my confusion, destroy injustice around me and in me. Let me be worthy of you. This is the repeating quest. You can pick this once per day. Ow. Do not steal the sacrifices unless you really want to piss off a witch. It really doesn't cause that much problem, but it really doesn't cause you a problem, but the gift of what's in there can be a lot of different things. Some useful, some not.
Roast beef. Beef Wellington. Wellington pie. Shepherd's pie.
The moving finger.
Vector. Dr. Robin Byron, St. Michael's Hospital, 102 The Parade, Wellington Wells. Coincidentally, one of the 2 hospitals here in my hometown is St. Michael's. My dear Dr. Byron, I spotted what seems to be a case of full-blown plague in the Garden District. Of course, my colleagues and I immediately resolved the matter. I don't suppose anyone could have got across the Ludsholm Bridge. It would be well to check. Oh, what a coincidence. We have to cross that bridge later. Assuming that vector is still shut off, then we must consider the plague to be possibly waterborne. In that case, dumping the bodies of the victims in the river needs to cease forthwith, don't you think? It's bad enough what already gets through the filters at the water plant. Hopefully we've nipped this outbreak in the bud. If not, we'll need to equip the constables with gas masks on eel pie as well. Yours very truly, St. John Keats, M.D.
That's Mrs. Marley. She used to live down the road. I wonder if she's got anything useful. Oh.
It's best not to fight, if you can help it. Shove them away and just run as fast as you can.
Dearest Archie, I doubt you'll ever read this, darling, but if you do, please forgive me. I know you wanted me to wait for the 4th flavor, but I couldn't. The vomiting was bad enough, but the memories came back. They began screaming every day, all day. And the steam whistle, and those horrible huge steel wheels, every day. I still hear them out here, but it's quiet. If you talk to them a bit, they quiet down. Even though you know you're lying to them, and they know it. It's a ghost town here. The streets are crowded with ghosts. Most of them are friends. But there is very little to eat. I'd hoped to make my money last a bit longer, but I put it in a safe for keeping, and I've lost my key. You'd mock me for a silly woman, but I haven't eaten in days. I think if I can get the safe up to the roof, I can drop it onto the pavement, and if all goes well, it will break open. I wish you were here to help. You're so good mechanically.
She must have felt so stupid falling. But she did get the safe open.
There's the one who did it! There!
Oh, great. Now I've got a rock.
And that's why you don't search dead bodies in front of people. Actually, let me get out of here.
Where are the Americans?
We're only 8 minutes away from the 4-hour mark, so this is a good place to stop it for now. I'm going to end the stream here. A quick reminder to anyone who's new and might be watching this, if you want to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. I thank everyone who actually came and watched this, and have a great rest of your day.